All right, so let's look at this video. They are going to bring out the knife that Amber Heard gave Johnny Depp, okay? They're going to bring out that freaking knife. So, if you are in the chat and you've known someone who's been abused, you've been abused yourself, you're a victim, if you could let me know, if someone was abusing you, beating you, holding your hair and punching you in the face and raping you with a bottle, which is hilariously crazy and a lie, would you give them a knife? Would you give them a knife? Maybe I'm stupid because I don't think I'd give my abuser a knife. I would be stupid to do so. Would you give your abuser a knife? I am very curious to know what people would say. So here's this video. I'm going to pause it in between, and let's take a look.
Next question.
Come on, Camille, you got this. This gets really spicy really quick. Here we go.
Good morning, Ms. Heard.
Good morning.
Your relationship with Mr. Depp began in October of 2011, right?
That's correct.
And you previously testified multiple times under oath that the first year of your relationship with Mr. Depp was the best of times, right, Ms. Heard?
That is correct.
You testified that as far as you could tell, Mr. Depp was sober that first year.
That is correct. That's what I used to believe.
And that the first year was, quote, magic.
Yes, I always estimated it was about a year.
But now you've told this jury that Mr. Depp was being violent with you throughout 2012, haven't you, Ms. Heard?
No, he took a break in the middle of 2012 when he was sober.
You told them that he was hitting you in 2012, though. Is that right?
He was hitting me in 2012. He just took a break in the middle.
He was smashing things around you, right?
No, he wasn't. He wasn't smashing. Hold on. Let me. Can I rewind this?
Of 2012 when he.
You told them that he was hitting you in 2012, though. Is that right?
He was hitting me in 2012. He just took a break in the middle.
Hitting you in 2012, but he takes a break in the middle? What? What? Hit. What the like? How? Yeah. I'm gonna hit you as your abuser and take a break in the middle? Okay. All right, can I play this? Oh, here we go.
He was smashing things around you, right?
He did.
Now, she's not asking these questions because she actually believes it. She's trying to get her to say, yeah, you know, Johnny Depp was hitting me, da. But watch how she's going to tear her ass apart. I mean, this is great. I'm going to tell you right now, this is great.
And you told them that Mr. Depp was in and out of sobriety in 2012.
That is correct.
You told this jury that in 2012, I was in the beginning stages of this, just learning these patterns. I was learning that drinking kind of correlated with the violence, end quote. Is that right?
That is correct.
So it was during these cycles of violence in 2012 that you gave Mr. Depp a knife as a gift.
I gave him a knife, I think for a birthday present early in our relationship. I believe it was around 2012, but I'm not certain.
We've seen a picture of that knife, but I think we should bring out the real thing.
Oh, we're going to get the real thing, baby. We're going to get the real thing. Oh, baby. You're going to love how big this knife is. Watch this.
Master Deputy Halusa, Master Deputy Sheriff Halusa, may I please have you show the knife to Ms. Heard?
Yes, that's it.
Holy
That's the knife you gave to the man who was hitting you, right, Ms. Heard?
Oh my God, that's a huge knife. That's no little, little tiny knife. No, she gave him a giant knife. Oh, hell. Let me. I want you to hear the whole interaction.
Hitting you, right, Miss Heard?
Wait.
I wasn't worried he was going to stab.
That's the knife you gave to the man who was hitting you, right, Miss Heard?
I wasn't worried he was going to stab me with it when I gave it to him, that's for certain.
But you gave it to him while he was abusing you, allegedly.
I gave it to him that year.
Good questioning. The man who you gave that man who's hitting you a knife. I didn't think it would stab me. So if I give an abuser a gun and he knows how to use a gun, I didn't think he would shoot me, Your Honor. Your Honor, come on. You didn't think he would stab you? And then she's like, yeah, but you still gave it to him when he was allegedly abusing you. Why would you give an abuser a knife? Why? Okay.
Master Deputy Sheriff Lusa, will you please show the knife to the jury?
Okay, so this is important because now the jury's going to see, holy shit, that's a big-ass knife, and she gave it to her abuser? What? Why?
Thank you.
Okay, so...
This is the knife you gave to the man who would get drunk and violent with you, right?
This is the same knife that I gave him as a present in 2012, yes.
He'd get drunk and violent with you, and you still gave him a knife. I don't know how that makes sense. He gets drunk, out of his mind, crazy, shouting, screaming, smashing things, tearing things down like your fucking bitch-ass friends had said. Lying asses. Oh, but that's okay. That's okay. We can give him a knife because, yeah. Okay.
Now, Ms. Heard, I'm going to need to talk to you about what happened in Australia in March of 2015.
Before we go to Australia, because this is going to get really good, what I need to know, in all honesty, is, what I need to state is this just proves that Amber Heard was never afraid of Johnny. This just proves that Johnny Depp was never an abuser. And I have all the proof I need. Just listen to all of this. Listen to it. Johnny Depp was never an abuser and never has been, never will be. And she's not afraid of him. If I was afraid of someone, I'd definitely never give him a knife. Oh my God. How stupid is this woman? She's not. She just wasn't afraid of Johnny. That's why she gave him the knife. That's why.
You've testified that at some point during the incident you described, you witnessed Mr. Depp bashing the phone against a wall, right?
That is correct.
You testified that the phone was breaking into pieces.
I was watching it disappear.
That Mr. Depp smashed it, I think your word was smithereens.
Yes, that is correct.
Wow.
And according to your testimony, this was a wall-mounted phone in the bar area.
That is correct.
Let's take a look at Defendant's Exhibit 1820. I believe this has already been admitted into evidence, so if we could have it published. Thank you.
There you go.
You saw this photo during your direct examination, right?
That is correct.
And you testified that the wall-mounted phone that you saw Mr. Depp smash is on the wall on the left.
That's correct. So if you were looking at this picture, the wall-mounted phone would have been behind you on the left-hand side of your shoulder.
But it's not depicted in this photo, correct?
Whoever took this photo was standing right in front of where that mounted phone was.
Someone didn't take that photo correctly. I'm telling the truth, Camille Vasquez. But whoever took that photo, they messed it up. They didn't do it. They didn't do it right. No, it was them. It wasn't me. It was them. It's not me. It's you. Everyone else is lying but me.
That's convenient.
Ha ha! That's convenient. Oh, it's convenient that someone else took the photos. Convenient. It's convenient that there's no phone there. But you say there is. She's not hiding it. Camille Vasquez is not hiding her disdain for this woman.
The pieces of the phone Mr. Depp smashed aren't in this picture either, right?
You don't see it because it's whoever took this photo standing in front of that.
You're telling me that... Do I have something? What do I have here? What do I have? Here's a glass cup. If I break this glass cup, actually, I have a better... Here's my Cowboys mug. This is bigger than that cup. If I break this right here, if I throw this on my floor and someone comes to take a picture, they're gonna catch this, especially if they try to catch this. If I can try to put this down correctly. So it's funny how nobody caught it. Nobody caught it. That's funny. Like nobody caught her injuries. Amber, like nobody caught your injuries? Oh, that's funny. He broke the phone, but I didn't get a picture. But I got a picture of him taking drugs. But I got a picture of him smashing things. But I got a,
Whoever took this photo, it's Mr. Ben King, correct?
That's what I believe.
Yeah. Mr. King testified under oath in this trial, right?
That is correct.
And he testified that there was no wall-mounted phone smashed to smithereens that he had to replace, correct?
I didn't hear him testify to that, no.
Funny how she can remember everything else her team asks her about. Amber Heard can remember everything else that everybody else testifies about. But she has selective hearing. My little sister has selective hearing. You know, my little sister will say, no, I didn't hear you say that. What? She knows I've said it. She knows my mom said it. But she has selective hearing. If I say, Emily, next week we're going to do a TikTok together, and I go 2 weeks without it, she will remind me every freaking day, nonstop, until I punch her. I'm not kidding. Selective hearing. I didn't hear him say that, but he's lying. I didn't hear him.
He did. Your counsel elicited it.
I disagree with that representation.
Your counsel wrote it down. It's in the court transcripts. This trial is on fucking camera. I can pull up a video of Ben King. I disagree. Nah. It's her making it so that that she shows that everyone else is lying but me. Okay? That's not the actual truth. What I'm saying is the truth.
You also saw this picture. Actually, can we please bring out Defendant's Exhibit 1821, which is also admitted into evidence? You also saw this picture during your direct examination, correct?
That is correct.
And so this is the bar area to the right of the wall-mounted phone you just described.
If you were facing in that direction, if you're facing this direction, it would be behind you.
This phone on the counter isn't the phone that got smashed to...
I think that's it. Let me see.
Wall mounted.
Yeah, so there are two phones in the bar area.
There was a wall-mounted phone. I don't know if it was decorative or what, but it was like it looked antique, large and antique.
And what the large and antique one that's not depicted in any photograph, including ones you took, is the one that Mr. Depp damaged, correct?
That is correct. I only took pictures of the mirrors.
So there's no picture of that damaged phone?
I didn't take a picture of it, no.
Okay.
In order for you to, it's really, really, really difficult, from what I hear, to get a picture of a mirror and not get your reflection in it. You have to try desperately to not get yourself in the picture of the mirror. How is it, Amber Heard, that Johnny Depp is breaking a phone? I mean, this is property damage. You should be, I mean, this should be picture number one you should be showing. What, there's no picture of the, hey, Mr. King, can you get this picture, please? Well, you have a phone on you. You're not scared of Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp is scared of you. Why don't you go and get it? Why don't you get that picture, Amber? Why not? Okay.
So back to the phone smashing. You watched Mr. Depp smash the phone, right?
That's correct. I watched it.
And you testified that you were, quote, watching the phone every single time he pulled his hand back, end quote.
That's correct.
And according to you, this is when Mr. Depp lost the tip of his finger, right?
It is my best guess. I didn't notice his finger come off, obviously. I was watching him smash the phone and watching the pieces break while he was doing it.
Well, it's not your best guess, Ms. Heard.
That is my best guess, yes.
Okay, let's go back.
Sassy. Where's that emotion? It was the worst time of my life. That's how she sounded. I'm doing the exact imitation. No tears, by the way. You see tears in my eyes? No. I can cry better than that. I'm not an actor in any way. I act like I like veggie. Okay, I'm a bad actor. Bad. She's getting snippy because Camille Vasquez is calling her ass out, tearing her ass apart. Okay, like James Franco did. Oh!
To my questions.
Fuck what you have to say. We're gonna get back to the real questions here. All right? You're gonna do what I say.
You submitted a declaration under the penalty of perjury in this case. Do you remember that?
That is correct.
Okay.
Now, why would she ask about that? The reason she's asking about that is whatever you said there is under penalty of perjury, which is against the law. Do you? Yep, I remember that. Okay, let's see where this goes.
Let's look at that declaration.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
If we could direct your attention, Ms. Heard, to the page 14 of the declaration. Is that your signature?
Yes, it is.
And your signature appears right under the statement, quote, I declare under penalty of perjury, under the laws of the state of Virginia, that the foregoing is true and correct.
That is correct.
And this is dated April 10th, 2019.
Correct.
Now let's look at paragraph 16, which is on page 5. Specifically line 10. Quote, you write, testify under oath, while he was smashing the phone, Johnny severely injured his finger, cutting off the top of it, end quote. Did I read that correctly?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
Yes, Camille, you read that correctly, but there's an audio that because this judge is a woman and she has a double standard, she she is not allowing Johnny's team to bring in the audio of Dr. Kipper, Dr. David Kipper, and Debbie, I think it was Debbie Boren-Filati, who also testified, who was her nurse, talking, and Jerry Judd talking. I think it was Jerry Judd or Jerry Judge. Jerry Judd, I think it was. Talking about this, saying how she went too far this time when she threw the bottle of vodka at Johnny. It hit his right middle finger and it severed it. Yeah, that happened. Okay? That happened. That's how Johnny Depp broke his fucking finger. Not by smashing the phone, Amber. You know that very well. There's no smashed phone here. Oh, he smashed the phone. That's how he broke his finger. No, there wasn't. There was no broken phone. And that's not how he did it.
So you testified in this courtroom that after Mr. Depp smashed the phone, he held you down on the countertop by the neck. Do you remember that?
I'm not quite sure
this is
the
getting
exact
good right
sequence
here.
of
You're
things,
love this.
but yes, both of those things happened.
Well, we'll get to the sequence. And this is when Mr. Depp supposedly assaulted you with a bottle, right?
On the countertop, he assaulted me.
So Mr. Depp was able to get you on the counter, right?
He held me down by my neck.
And hold you down by your neck.
That is correct.
And he grabbed a bottle, according to you, while holding you down by the neck, correct?
I'm sorry, can you clarify what you're asking me?
While Mr. Depp is holding you by the neck against the countertop, he grabs a bottle. That's your testimony.
No, those two things didn't happen at the exact same time, no.
So he's holding the bottle, is that your testimony? While
was holding
holding you down by the neck?
Sorry. What was your question?
Your testimony is, Ms. Heard,
Where's the
that
bottle?
either he has the bottle before or after he's holding you by the neck on the counter. Is that your testimony?
He held me by the neck on the counter.
Where's the bottle?
Where's the bottle that he
At
assaulted
what
with?
point?
While holding you
holding you
down
down.
by your neck.
When he was assaulting me with the bottle, it was in his hand.
Okay, but when
Was
he
it
was holding
in
you
his
down,
hand before or after he holds you down by your neck?
I was being held down while he assaulted me with the bottle.
do you not fucking understand my question? My question is, when he held you down in your little ugly bitch ass, and he was holding you down by your neck, did he have the bottle in his... Hold on. Here's a can. Did he have the bottle? I know it's not a bottle, but did he have the bottle? So I'm gonna do something. Did he hold the... So I'm gonna lay back in the chair. I'm holding myself down by my neck. Did he have the bottle down? Held you down? Picked it up? Assaulted you? Or did he have the bottle, grab you, hold you down, assault you? That's the fucking question! She's trying to manipulate her and play mind games here.
When he puts you on the counter, does he have the bottle in his hand, yes or no?
As I have always said, I don't remember exactly what happened first, or I don't remember the sequence. I just remember being aware that I was being assaulted by a bottle while I was on the countertop.
Last week, or 2 weeks ago, you remembered that Johnny Depp, you remembered first this happened, then this happened, then I took a picture, then I lied about it, and then I did this, and now you can't remember the sequence. Oh, because you're being cross-examined. Oh, you're under cross-examination, so you don't really know the sequence. Oh, got it, okay.
So he penetrates you with this bottle. But you don't know how he got the bottle, right?
That is correct.
Okay, so you don't know how he got the bottle. Now, also not in evidence, I don't think, is the fact that there are I think the 5 bottles with their labels, nothing taken off, nothing destroyed. The top of the bottles don't need to be wiped off from juice. I'm sorry to get all graphic, from vagina, vaginal material. They don't have to do any of that. The bottles are just fine. This is a lie. Remember the other day on the stream, yesterday, when I said, one of the lawyers also said it, that we were watching. The problem that Amber Heard has is that she didn't keep her story linear. Had she just said, these are the top 3 things that happened to me, he injured me this way, and that way, we probably might be talking about oh God, Johnny Depp, I don't know, dude, I love you, but you're going to lose this case. Now, she adds this sexual assault case, a sexual assault allegation to this, and it's being torn apart in real time. Oh, man. She should have kept it out.
And he did that right after he lost the tip of his right middle finger.
Again, I don't remember the exact sequence of those events.
We'll get to the sequence.
But you just said, sorry to pause it, but you just said he broke the phone and then he grabbed you and then he raped you with the bottle with him smashing his finger and breaking it. Now you don't remember when he broke his finger? I know when he broke his finger. It's when you threw the bottle of vodka at him. That's what I remember. Anyway.
And while he was on 8 to 10 MDMA pills, right?
Yes.
Let's talk about the sequence. This is the sequence of events you testified to in this courtroom. that he smashed the phone to smithereens and then assaulted you, lost the tip of his finger, and then assaulted you with a bottle. Yes, that's the sequence of events that you testified to in this courtroom.
To be clear, you're putting it in order when you say words like then. I have never claimed that I can remember the exact sequence of these things.
Yes, you did. She just went over your testimony with a court transcript. See how she's trying to lie about this?
This was a multi-day assault that took place over 3 horrible days.
Ms. Heard.
No, we're not talking about Oh, so he was in your vagina for 3 days? This happened over 3 days.
The worst thing ever happened to me. I don't remember
Ms. Heard,
the exact
that's not my question. My question isn't about the 3-day assault allegedly that occurred. I'm just talking about the sexual assault that you now allege occurred.
Yes,
Okay?
correct.
Let's talk about the sequence. So you testified, actually. Yeah, I know. I just realized that. Do we have a copy? We gave it to you yesterday.
So now we're gonna impeach her because obviously she's lying. Oh no, it's a 3-day trial. I don't remember the sequence. Now here's Camille, who's gonna tear her ass apart even more. Watch this.
Yes. Ms. Heard, do you have a copy of day 16 in front of you?
Day 16? Yes, of
Court
my deposition?
transcript? Yes. No, of the court transcript from this trial.
Oh.
Yes.
I didn't realize that. Yeah, I do.
Let's look at the transcript. So you testified on page, I'm getting there, 4506.
All right, here we go. So she's gonna bring up the court transcript and look what happens.
All right.
Okay. And the reason that we need to go through this, Ms. Heard, is because we understand that these are very serious allegations that you're making, right?
It was horrible. What happened to me, yes.
Okay. So
You
let's
mean
go
what
through
didn't happen to you?
Page 4506, line 2 through 3. I sit here now. Apologize. You testified on page 4506. This all started when Mr. Depp took 8 or 10 pills of MDMA, right?
That is correct.
Then, directing your attention to page 4518. Line 19. You talk about Mr. Depp smashing a wall-mounted phone, correct?
That is correct.
Then on page 4519, at line 3, you testified that while Mr. Depp is smashing the phone, he is screaming, quote, "I fucking hate you," end quote, right?
Yes, he was screaming that, among other things.
And further down on page 4519, same page, lines 12 through 19, you talk about how you watched Mr. Depp smash the phone to smithereens, right?
That is correct.
Then, continuing on same page, 4519, line 20, you say something really important. Quote, "At some point, he's on top of me. No phone, but screaming the same thing," end quote, right?
I just remember the sound. Yes.
But you remember, and you testified to the
Well, now she
jury
remembers.
that he didn't have the phone in his hand anymore.
When he was assaulting me with the bottle,
Right.
he had the bottle in his hand. When he was punching the wall with the phone, he had the phone in his hand. When he was punching the wall next to my head, he had me by the throat. He did a lot of things that night.
So you're acknowledging by this sequence, not my words, your words, Ms. Heard, that you testified to this jury that Mr. Depp smashed the phone to smithereens before he assaulted you. That's the sequencing in which you testified, correct?
I have never testified to a sequence.
I'm gonna replay this for you. Let me go back. I want you to listen.
Same page, 4519, line 20, you say something really important. Quote, "At some point, he's on top of me. No phone.
Let me know if
but
you guys
screaming
hear
the same
a
thing,"
sequence.
end quote, right?
This is her
remember the
testimony. This
sound.
is from the court
Yes.
transcript. Let me know if you guys hear anything.
You remember, and you testified to this jury that he didn't have the phone in his hand anymore.
When he was assaulting me with the bottle,
Right.
he had the bottle in his hand. When he was punching the wall with the phone, he had the phone in his hand. When he was punching the wall next to my head, he had me by the throat.
Aha! There's a sequence. But she said she never testified to a sequence. How is she going to say she never testified to a sequence if that's a sequence? She just said, when he was on top of me, assaulting me, he had the bottle. When he was punching the wall with the phone, he had the phone. That's a sequence. And she's saying here, I never testified to a sequence. What a liar.
He did a lot of things that night.
So you're acknowledging by this sequence, not my words, your words, Ms.
That
Heard,
you
testified
said
to this jury that Mr. Depp smashed the phone to smithereens before he assaulted you. That's the sequencing in which you testified, correct?
I have never testified to a sequence.
it's in the court transcript. I wonder why they don't I wish they could play what she said in court, not make her read it. Although she'd probably lie too. No, I wasn't talking about that. I was talking about something else.
Keep talking about that sequence. Then on page 4521, starting at line 3, you testified to being bent over backwards on the bar, right?
Okay.
So now they're approaching because, they're trying to save her.
Directing your attention,
From
Ms.
being
Heard,
torn
to
apart.
page 4521, starting at line 3. You testified to being bent over backwards on the bar, right?
That is correct.
And then feeling pressure on your pubic bone like Mr. Depp was punching you. Yes?
That's what I thought.
And then further down on page 4521
She's admitting to a
and
sequence.
on to 4522,
And then lying about it.
you testified that you were concerned Mr. Depp was using a broken bottle on you. Yes?
That was my fear.
Okay.
That's what I remember feeling.
Ms. Heard, I'm going to show you Defendant's Exhibit 1816. Which has already been admitted.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. You saw this picture during your direct examination, right?
I did.
And you testified that this is a picture of the bottles that were next to Mr. Depp. on
Oh,
the
it
desk
was
when you found
admitted.
him drinking in the morning, right?
That's correct.
And this was the morning after Mr. Depp had allegedly sexually assaulted you, right?
It was the morning after he did assault me. Yes.
There's no proof, bitch. It's an alleged. They need to investigate it, you whore. You gross, incompetent bitch of a fool. Oh, he did assault me, okay? That's what she sounds like.
And if I understood your testimony correctly, you testified that this is the Maker's Mark bottle that Mr. Depp sexually assaulted you with.
I was never sure it was, but it was definitely that shape. Felt like that shape.
But you testified in this courtroom that you had not seen this bottle until Ben King provided these photographs, correct?
Not in the course of the trial. I hadn't seen the photograph.
Lying.
You claim you had serious injuries
Oh,
after
here we
this
go.
alleged incident, right, Ms. Heard?
Depends on what you would call serious. For me, having a sore jaw and some bruises at the time of my relationship wasn't that serious.
Okay, let's testify.
relative.
Let's focus on the testimony that you gave about the injuries. Mr. Depp, as you testified yesterday, wears rings on every finger, right?
Sometimes. I mean, often. And certainly in the later part of our relationship, that was more normal than not. But if he's filming or something like that, of course, he's not going to have his own jewelry on.
Your testimony in this trial was, quote, "I don't know if I've ever known Johnny not to wear rings," correct?
You need to put your microphone on, Miss.
She's trying to object here, and she's going to get overruled. But what's funny is she asked her, after this alleged sexual assault, you had injuries, right? Well, bruising on my jaw and on my face, I didn't really consider that. I didn't need medical attention for that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about when you were allegedly sexually assaulted. Allegedly, right? You see how she's trying to evade because she knows If I assault somebody with a bottle like that, they're going to need medical attention, especially in your vagina. Maybe a woman can tell me, can come on and say, hey, yeah, that is true. There's got to be bleeding. There's got to be cuts. There's got to be bruising. Why would you not seek medical attention? I would, but she didn't seek medical attention. She wasn't injured because she wasn't raped. Johnny never did any of this. And here she is trying to evade the question of, hey, yeah, I went for, I had injuries, da-da-da-da.
Thank you.
Objection, Your Honor.
Thank
Improper impeachment. If she's going to ask her question, then she has to show where that was, and then
I'll overrule the objection. Go ahead.
Improper, but yeah, she's got to show her proof. She's got to show her that she's lying, Your Honor. Well, I don't know. Overruled. This judge has a double standard, but thank God she helped here.
Thank you. Your testimony yesterday was, quote, I don't know if I've ever known Johnny not to wear rings. Right, Ms. Heard?
That's what I testified to, yes.
Okay.
But you just said, well, not really. Well, often, except when he did films, but it wasn't always. But here, see, even the little things she has to lie about. My sister's the same way. Emily, did you move that? No. Emily, did you do this big thing? No. And liars get caught because, I said my sister's name, but that's fine. They get caught because, yeah, they're going to say, they're going to lie about everything. They're going to get caught in their lies and they can't keep up with it.
And he was wearing rings on every finger in Australia, correct?
Not all the time, not literally every single ring, every single day, but he often wears rings.
Not often, Ms. Heard. Your words are, I've never known Johnny not to wear rings on every finger.
See how she's...
That is what I testified to.
Okay.
So if that's what you testified to, why are you sitting here saying, nah, it wasn't often? No, that's not what I said. But yeah, that's what I testified to. You see?
And you testified that you bled as a result of this sexual assault, correct?
That is correct.
But I didn't seek medical attention because it didn't happen.
And you testified that your forearms were cut.
My forearms and my feet.
And your feet were sliced up.
That's correct.
And you testified you had a bruise across your jaw.
That is correct.
And there is not a single medical record reflecting treatment for any of those injuries, is there, Ms. Heard?
I didn't seek treatment.
Your feet are sliced up. You need, not your regular Neosporin, you need medical attention. You've got bruising. How are you not going to seek medical attention? You're bleeding from your vagina. How are you not going to seek medical attention? You see the lies, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you see the lies here.
And the day after you sustained all these injuries, Dr. David Kipper came to the house in Australia, right?
Well, he came the third day along with security.
The day after you sustained these injuries, Dr. David Kipper came along with nurse Debbie Lloyd, correct?
Well, that fight went
So it
into
was
the
Debbie
morning,
Lloyd, I'm
like
sorry.
early hour morning, so technically that last day.
Dr. David Kipper is Mr. Depp's, or was Mr. Depp's physician, right?
All right, hold on. So she didn't seek medical attention, and she didn't want to seek medical attention. That's a lie.
I believe he still is.
But he
Yes.
was at the time.
Yes, that's correct.
And he was also your physician.
He also saw me.
No, not saw you. He was your physician, correct, Ms. Heard?
Johnny was the client, but he also treated me.
All right, let's please pull up. Do you remember giving testimony in this case?
All right.
Physician, Ms.
I guess I gotta fucking prove you wrong again. I guess since you're gonna lie to me and the court and the jury and the judge, I gotta bring up what you said. Watch this.
Heard?
Yes, I do. I've given a couple.
If we could please pull up the deposition transcript, day 2. At 589, lines 6 through 8. May I approach?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Here we go. This is gonna be good. Watch this.
Your Honor, we're going to play Ms. Heard's deposition for the jury. Lines day 2, page 540, lines 6 through 9. If we have permission to publish it.
You gotta give me.
Excuse me, I'm sorry, day 2, page 589, lines 6 through 8.
All right, could you just give us a minute to get
Of
there?
course.
589.
I'm sorry, what were the lines again?
Page 589.
Get it
lines 6
together,
through 8.
Elaine. Come on, Bretta Hoff.
Did you say 540 or 589?
589, lines
589. How many times do I have to say
Thank
it?
you.
I'm just speaking
I have no
Camille's
objection.
language, what she can't say in court.
And he was your doctor at this point, right?
Yes, he was.
Oh! 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 He was, I think he still was, Johnny Depp's, I think he still is his, physician. No. Was he at the time? Yes, I think it was. And he was also your physician. Johnny Depp was a client, but he was also kind of seeing me. Hold on. Let me play this back for you.
And he was your doctor at this point, right?
Yes, he was.
And he was your doctor at this point, right?
Yes, he was.
And he was your doctor at this point, right?
Yes, he was.
And he was your doctor at this point, right?
Yes, he was.
Can't help it.
And he was your doctor at this point, right?
Yes, he was.
Huh. Yes, he was. I'm lying in court right now, but in my deposition, I said yes. Oops.
Debbie Lloyd also came to the house that day.
Yes, she came with Kipper.
Miss Lloyd is a nurse, correct?
That is correct.
Malcolm Connolly also came to the house that day.
Yes, that's correct.
Mr. Connolly is one of the security guards, correct?
That is correct.
You had known Mr. Connolly for years at that point.
Yes, that's correct.
You flew back to Los Angeles the next day with Ben King. Is that right?
I can't be certain if it was the next day or the day after, but somewhere around there, yes.
And the day you arrived back in Los Angeles, you saw Travis McGivern, correct?
I don't recall seeing Travis, no.
You don't recall Mr. McGivern picking you up from the airport with Ben King?
I don't remember that, no.
And the same day, you also saw your own nurse, Erin Barem Filati, that day, correct? The day you arrived in Los Angeles?
I don't recall if I saw her that day.
You saw Ms. Filati's testimony in this case by video deposition, correct?
That is correct.
And you heard her testify that she saw you the day you arrived back from Australia on March 9th, 2015.
I believe she testified that she came to dinner where I was with friends. Yeah, I believe that.
So she saw you that day.
I believe that evening I saw her at dinner.
You just said you didn't see her. No, I don't remember seeing her that day. Okay, maybe she came to dinner after she was confronted with. Yeah, she said she saw you she saw you on March 9th, 2015. She came to dinner. Huh.
Okay.
Saw her that night.
And then you saw Erin Barem Filati again the next day for a private meeting, didn't you?
I'm not sure if that's what she testified to. I'd have to just see the records to know.
You heard her testify according to her notes. She met with you privately on March 10th, 2015.
She met with me at some point upon my arrival, but I don't remember the exact date.
And when you were in Australia, Ms. Heard, you didn't take any
But she
pictures of
said
the
it.
injuries you claim to have sustained, right?
I did not take any pictures, no.
But you did take 2 pictures.
Funny. You didn't take pictures of any of your injuries. None of them. None. But you took pictures of something else. No
Of the
pictures of your
mirrors.
injuries.
I took 2 pictures of the bathroom mirrors that was the master bathroom where I was.
Let's please pull up Defendant's Exhibit 374, which is already in evidence. You took this picture, right, Ms. Heard?
Yes, that's correct.
And this is a mirror in the bathroom in Australia.
That's correct.
And this black paint on the mirror is from Mr. Depp.
That is correct.
He wrote on the mirror in black paint after his finger was cut off, right?
Yes, I only know that because there was blood and as well as paint.
So you took this picture after Mr. Depp had injured his fingers, correct?
This was while I was packing when I was leaving.
That's
That's
a
when I
yes,
took the
right,
photo.
Ms. Heard?
What's the question? I'm sorry.
You took this picture after Mr. Depp had injured his finger.
That's correct.
And you took this picture after you had allegedly been assaulted by Mr. Depp, yes?
That's correct.
Yet you didn't capture yourself in the mirror, did you?
I don't see myself in the mirror, no.
Let's please pull up
So you don't capture yourself in the mirror. That paint was actually in red lipstick. Why would Johnny Depp be writing in lipstick? It makes absolutely no sense to me. He's a guy. Why would he do that? And funny how she didn't catch herself in the mirror. Oh, I don't know why. Maybe because she's not injured? Oh, I see.
Defendant's Exhibit 375. You took this picture as well, right, Ms. Heard?
That's correct.
And this is from one of the bathroom mirrors in Australia.
That's correct.
This is also a picture taken after Mr. Depp had injured his finger.
That's correct.
And this is also a picture taken after you had allegedly been assaulted by Mr. Depp.
That's correct.
You didn't capture yourself in the mirror in this picture either, did you?
I do not see myself in the mirror in that picture.
Is that because you didn't have any visible injuries on you?
It's because I was taking a picture of the writing.
No, because there are no physical injuries to you. There are no physical injuries to you. If you'd have taken a picture of yourself in that mirror, we would be able to see that. But you're trying to manipulate everybody to think you had physical injuries.
Let's talk about the writing on this mirror. So the writing in black paint is from Mr. Depp, correct?
It's all from Mr. Depp.
And it's your testimony under oath that you did not write the red text that says, quote, "Call Carly Simon, she said it better, babe," end quote.
That's correct.
Because if you did write that, it means that your husband was walking around the house bleeding from his amputated finger, and you're writing snarky messages to him on a mirror, right?
I don't know what your question to me is. I'm sorry.
I know what her question is. Obviously, this wasn't your husband who wrote this, because he's walking around bleeding like hell because his fucking finger's been torn off by his psychotic fucking wife. And you're writing snarky ass messages. I cut your finger off. I broke it. And now you have to get surgery. Call Carly Simon. She did it better. Ah! Yeah, we get you.
Let's please take a look at Defendant's Exhibit 1830. And I believe this picture is also admitted into evidence.
That's correct.
This is a picture of the same mirror, right?
That's correct.
But you didn't take this picture.
No, I did not.
This is the one that Ben King took.
And I don't see him in the mirror either.
I don't believe he claimed he had injuries, though.
Boom! There it is! Why would Ben King take a picture of himself? I don't know. Amber. She's like, oh yeah? Yeah, he took it, but hey, I don't see him in the mirror. Yeah, bitch, because he didn't claim he had injuries. He never claimed he had any injuries. You did. You did. Not him. Ben King did not say, I have injuries. Let me take a picture of myself in the mirror. I have injuries. He never said that. Never. But this bitch said it. All of it. Ain't that funny, ladies and gentlemen? Ben King doesn't have to take a picture of himself because he never said he had injuries. But Amber Heard claims she was injured on the cheek, on the eyes, on the head, in the face, the nostrils. Her feet are sliced up. Huh.
Is that right?
I did not hear Ben King talk about his injuries, no.
Okay.
Because he had none.
So you would agree, Ms. Heard, that the black text on the mirror says, quote, "She loves naked photos of herself. So modern, so hot."
I had not read that yet. I mean, before, but yeah, that's what it says.
But you were taking pictures of the text, but you had not read that before?
I haven't seen this. It didn't make sense to me at the time when I read it in person.
I'm going to use that. Whenever I take a picture of something, I'm gonna freaking use that. I'm gonna use that. It didn't make sense to me at the time, but I took a picture because I knew I would need it. You took a picture of text, made sure the lighting was correct in the room, and you didn't even know what it said? What? I don't buy that. I honestly don't buy that.
Okay. Again, Mr. Depp wrote that.
I don't know who else would have.
So, Ms. Heard, just to be clear, it's your testimony that Mr. Depp also wrote the message in red about Carly Simon saying it better, right?
That's correct.
You know Carly Simon sang the song You're So Vain, right?
I was told that.
So it's your testimony that Mr. Depp was writing messages to himself in the mirror back and forth.
The best I can describe it is it looked like a crazy conversation.
With himself. Yeah, because Johnny Depp would write to himself on a mirror. Not a notepad, not a phone.
It was on the walls, it was
With
on
himself.
lampshades, it was on cushions.
It's your testimony the crazy conversation was with himself.
That's what it looked like
Oh, it looked like that.
from the
Oh.
bloody messages I found.
And you would agree with me that in this photograph, the red text has been smudged with black paint, right?
Yes.
Let's please pull up, if we can, Defendant's Exhibit 375 again. Black smudge isn't in this picture that you took, right?
That's correct.
So Mr. Depp must have not liked his own message to himself.
I'm not quite sure what was happening when Ben took his photograph, no.
Huh. I wonder
Please
what
pull up
happened.
Plaintiff's Exhibit 343, which
Did
is
I
the
write it?
evidence, and play the portion from 157:21 through 158:54. It's a recording, Your Honor.
It's not to get you mad. It's not to get. It's just to get out of a bad situation while it's happening before it gets worse. In Australia, when we had the big fight where I lost the tip of my finger, at least 5 bathrooms and 2 bedrooms I went to
avoid talking to me, to
To
avoid
escape
working it
the-
out. That's
to
the
escape
problem.
the fight.
You don't escape the fight. You escape the solution.
No.
You escape the solution.
No.
You escape figuring it out. We cannot work it out if you run away to the bathroom every time.
Listen to me. Listen to me. A boxer can't go 12 rounds without a fucking minute break.
I'm not giving you a minute break. You do it at minute 3 at the beginning of an argument.
No. There are rounds, man. And when it gets too fucking hairy, the ref splits them apart or whatever. But all I'm saying is, you can't have a solution if the argument just keeps mounting and mounting and mounting and mounting. I fucking go into the bathroom and sit on the floor. Bam, bam, bam. Here you come. I come out. Fight. Crazy. Escalated. I split again. I go to another fucking bathroom or a bedroom or something. Knock. Bang, bang, bang. You kept coming to get me.
You kept coming to get me. You kept coming to the 5 bathrooms and 2 bedrooms. Camille's gonna go over that. You kept instigating the fight. You kept doing it. I kept trying to go away. You notice how she was, no, you ran away. You walked away. You were trying to salute. I was not trying to keep. Psychotic little bitch trying to, right? Like she's fighting him. That's all she is. That's all she knows how to do. Right? Like that's what's even funnier. Like that. Wow. It's incredible, right? Like you're gonna you're gonna instigate the fight and say he's abusing you. You're gonna bang on the bathroom doors and walls and the bedroom doors to try and get him out, and then escalate the fight even further and say he's abusing you when he's the one walking away. Abusers don't walk away. Abusers stay there and chase you.
This is what really happened in Australia, isn't it, Ms. Heard?
I did knock on a bathroom door on the first night.
Not a bathroom door, 5 bathroom doors, and 2 bedrooms. Isn't
Johnny
that
is
right?
not an accurate historian of what happened during
Ms.
that
Heard, Ms.
period
Heard,
of time. I'll guarantee
Ms.
you that.
Heard, that's not my question. 5 bathroom doors, 2 bedrooms. That's what you knocked on.
I
That's
was
what
there.
actually happened in Australia, isn't it, Ms. Heard?
I was there.
So that's
I
enough?
remember it. I knocked on one bathroom door. I came
now you
on the
remember.
first night after he decided to take the bag of MDMA.
Ms.
And I
Heard,
went to check
Ms.
on
Heard,
him and see
I'm going
if
to
we
move to
could-
strike everything after I knocked on one bathroom
She
door.
can't do that. She's answering the question.
Not quite, so I will sustain the objection. Just answer the question, okay, ma'am?
Yeah, she's answering the question. No, she's not answering the fucking question, Elaine Bredehoff. Sit your ugly, old hag, bitch ass, dumb ass, fuck face up. Sit the fuck down. Okay? Now, you knocked on 5 doors, 5 bathroom doors, 2 bedroom doors. You kept going for the fight. That's what Johnny said happened. And you admit it happened in that audio. I was there. Being all snarky and shit. You weren't there. I was there. Yeah, but Johnny said that's what happened. And you admitted it on that tape. So, she instigated the fight. And, she's the one being sassy. Like, I was there. You weren't. Even though she admitted it in the audio.
The recording we just listened to, that's exactly what happened in Australia. Mr. Depp lost the tip of his finger after you threw a bottle at him. Isn't that right?
That is incorrect.
You're the one who assaulted someone with a bottle in Australia. Isn't that right, Ms. Heard?
I didn't assault Johnny in Australia. I didn't assault Johnny ever. I couldn't.
And then after he was injured,
But aren't you the one who said, I hit you, okay? I didn't deck you. You're fine. I hit you. Yeah, uh-huh.
he had to hide from you, right?
That is
5
incorrect.
bathrooms, 2 bedrooms.
That is incorrect.
And you would pursue him
That is incorrect.
That's not what you said in the audio.
because he was avoiding talking to you, right?
He did that first night when
he was
I tried to
avoiding-
talk to him about the drugs.
And he was avoiding working it out.
No, he was
That's what you said. You don't want to work it out. You're avoiding it.
avoiding agreeing to not fight about the drugs.
No. That's not why Johnny would want to leave. That's not why Johnny was hiding. You assaulted him.
You weren't scared of him at all, were you?
I have a mixed relationship with Johnny, and one in which I'm scared, one in which I love him very much.
I'm not talking about your mixed relationship. That night in Australia, after you cut off his finger with a bottle, you weren't scared of him at all, were you?
This is a man who tried to kill me. Of course it's scary. He's also my husband.
That's a total fucking lie. Johnny never tried to kill her. Johnny never tried to do anything to her. That's a bold-faced fucking lie. That's what that is. And she knows it. She knows she was never afraid of Johnny. Of course she was never afraid of Johnny when she's the one who assaulted Johnny. That's the way it goes.
Ms. Heard, I'm going to show you what's been marked as Defendant's Exhibit 371. Do not believe these have been admitted into evidence.
No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't have them.
If we can scroll down, please. No.
Ms. Brederhoff, if you don't have your microphone on, I cannot hear you. You still don't have it on.
Get the phone, get the microphone right, Elaine. Come
I need to take a
on.
look at the unredacted for a minute, Your Honor. Just bear with me.
All right.
I'm not admitting it into evidence yet. I would like to just
Okay, you
talk
can
to the
ask
witness
the
about
question.
it
Go
if I
ahead.
could. Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Heard, I'm going to show you what's been marked as Defendant's Exhibit 371. Do you recognize these text messages between you and Dr. Cowan?
I don't recognize these, no.
Who's Dr. Cowan?
He was my therapist that was recommended to me from Dr. Kipper. He and Dr. Kipper worked together.
He was your therapist at the time, correct?
That's correct.
And you had been seeing him for almost a year in March of 2015?
My guess would be about 6 months at that point.
Your text messages are in gray, correct?
Your Honor, I'm going to ask that she show her the unredacted so that she can see the text exchange back
All
and
right,
forth
if you
if
can-
she wants to talk
Absolutely.
about
All right, we'll
moving
pull
in
that up.
redacted
Sure.
later.
That's good.
Thank you.
Pull it up.
Not a good idea. Not a good idea, Bredehoff. Why would you show your client more proof of her lying, more proof of her indiscretions, more proof of her assaulting Johnny? Why would you show that?
Seeing these unredacted messages, does this refresh your recollection that these are indeed
Okay.
communications between
Here we
you
go.
and Dr. Cowan?
Yes, that's correct.
Doctor, your text messages are in gray, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
And Dr. Cowan's are in blue?
That is correct.
Do you see the text message at the bottom of the page from March 8th, 2015 at 8:29 p.m.?
Yes, that's correct.
March 8th is the day that you were allegedly sexually assaulted by Mr. Depp in Australia, correct?
That is correct.
So on March 8th, 2015, you were in Australia,
That is correct.
and Mr. Depp's finger had just been cut off, right?
That is correct.
And you write to Dr. Cowan, quote, "I feel so lost. I can't talk. I don't know if I'll ever be able to change," end quote. Did I
Oof.
read that correctly?
That's correct.
You weren't able to change, were you, Ms. Heard?
I very much wanted to leave the relationship I was in, but I didn't.
That's not what she's asking. She's asking, you just were never able to change your ways. You were never not able to be abusive, were you, Ms. Heard? That's what she's asking. Not you weren't able to leave the relationship, Ms. Heard. Changing and leaving something like a relationship are two different things.
Have the power. I didn't feel I had the power to leave. I knew I was in a very toxic relationship with Johnny, and I knew I needed to change that. I knew it was, at this point, horrible for me. And I
I'm gonna
talked to
move
my
to
therapist
admit-
often about that.
Defendant's Exhibit 371 as redacted with just Ms. Heard's messages.
All right.
Your Honor, I object because she has left out the next two lines from Ms. Heard that clarify even further, and I also think
Ms.
that Dr.
Bredehoff,
Cowan's.
Could you
Your Honor, may
should
we
be-
Yeah,
please
let's go,
approach?
let's-
This is
See, she's approaching right now because she knows that Bredehoff is just trying to protect her client, but she also
So,
knows.
Your Honor, I'm going to move to admit Defendant's Exhibit 371 as redacted.
All right. 371 in evidence as redacted over objection.
See, she's going to overrule that objection, I think, is because there was no foundation for Bredehoff to stand on for her to actually say, hey, this is inappropriate, this is that. That's why Camille had to go, no, we're going to approach. And you notice how Elaine is trying to argue in front of the jury. The jury's not supposed to hear this. And Elaine is being legally unprofessional.
Yes, ma'am.
If we can publish that to jury, thank you. So you write, Ms. Heard, to Dr. Cowan, "I feel so lost. I can't talk. I don't know if I'll ever be able to change." Right?
And I said, I clearly can't figure this out, meaning the relationship.
You didn't say that. You
I
said
did.
not the relationship. Your text messages, "Clearly, I can't figure this out. I feel so lost right now."
What I was saying to him
No,
is
Ms.
clearly I
Heard,
can't
Ms.
figure
Heard,
this out.
Ms. Heard,
as in
that's
the
not my
relationship.
question. The text, just the text.
Get
That's
it.
exactly what I was saying.
What you texted.
Get it.
"Clearly, I can't figure this out. I feel so lost right now."
That's
That's
what I was saying.
Okay.
Oh, that's what you were saying. Listen, you can tell that Amber Heard is a liar here. I don't need to say anymore. She's a goddamn liar. She's absolutely just a bullshitter. You can see this here. nobody needs to try and lie and say that she's not. She got wrecked and destroyed. She got destroyed on this testimony, and it was beautiful to watch. It was awesome. I couldn't help it when I was watching this on Tuesday. I was like, whoa. Okay? That was awesome.